The Maldives had always been on Rachel Carter's dream list, a paradise too beautiful to be real, where turquoise waters kissed the sands and every sunset looked like it had been painted by hand. So when she got the opportunity to travel there on an extended research project through the University of Miami, she felt like she'd won the lottery. It wasn't just any vacation. It was part of an ocean conservation study, one that would embed her deep into the island culture and its underwater wonders for nearly 6 months. Rachel had only just finished unpacking in her beachfront bungalow when she heard a knock. Opening the door, she saw a tall man in board shorts and a casual white shirt, holding a camera and a welcoming grin. "You must be Rachel. I'm Daniel Morgan. I run the documentation team for the project." His handshake was firm, his presence calm but alert. As they walked together toward the research center on the northern tip of the island, Daniel explained how the project would unfold: daily dives, coral health tracking, local interviews, and lots of documenting changes in marine life. Everything sounded perfect until he added, almost casually, "Just keep in mind, things out here aren't always as peaceful as they look. The ocean has its secrets, and so does this place." Rachel didn't think much of it. She chalked it up to island superstition, or maybe just Daniel's way of introducing some drama into an otherwise idyllic setting. But as the days passed, strange occurrences began to interrupt the serenity of paradise. One evening, while diving near a remote reef, her underwater camera picked up a strange sound. Not mechanical, not natural. It was almost like a deep rumble, followed by silence. When she surfaced and asked the others if they heard it, no one else had. Then came the missing equipment. First, it was a sonar device gone from the boat. Then, 2 oxygen tanks vanished without explanation. Rachel grew suspicious, especially when Daniel shrugged it off and said the ocean takes what it wants. Still, she pressed on. She dove deeper into her work, determined to gather data. That's when she met Tyler Brooks, an American tech specialist who had recently joined the team to upgrade their monitoring systems. He was sharp, quick-witted, and skeptical of everything. "I've seen some weird stuff in remote places," he said during one of their late-night data reviews. "But there's something going on here. Someone doesn't want us recording what we're finding." Together, Rachel and Tyler dug into old files left behind by previous researchers. Many had abruptly ended their reports. Some mentioned abnormal underwater structures. Others recorded strange behavior in fish populations, swimming in circles, scattering for no reason. One folder was labeled "Restricted" in red letters. Inside, they found grainy footage from an underwater camera that had captured what looked like an artificial structure buried under coral. It wasn't natural, and it definitely wasn't documented. One night, Rachel and Tyler decided to take a small dinghy out to the coordinates listed in the footage. The moon was high, the waves calm. As they descended into the dark blue, the water around them seemed too still. No fish, no currents, just silence. They found the structure. A dome, metallic, covered in barnacles, but unmistakably man-made. They circled it, filming everything. That's when Tyler's light flickered. Then Rachel's. The water trembled slightly, and a low hum buzzed through their bones. Suddenly, the dome lit up with a faint blue glow. They didn't wait. They ascended, but not fast enough. Back on the boat, Tyler clutched his head. "It was like it was talking to me," he muttered. Back on shore, Daniel was waiting. His smile was gone. "You weren't supposed to see that," he said simply. From that point, everything changed. The project was abruptly shut down. Locals began avoiding them. Rachel and Tyler found their internet access restricted, phone lines dead. Daniel disappeared. The once beautiful island turned cold and suspicious. Determined to leave, Rachel booked the next flight out, but when she got to the small island airport, her name wasn't on any list. Tyler was gone too. She found his belongings in their bungalow, untouched. That night, she hiked to the communications tower herself and used an emergency satellite phone. She reached out to her department back in Miami, only to hear confusion. "Rachel," her advisor said, "you ended your project 2 weeks ago. You emailed us. You said you were staying off-grid for a while." But she hadn't. More days passed. She tried to act like a tourist to blend in, but the locals only whispered. One elderly man finally approached her at a small cafe. He spoke slowly, in broken English, warning her of what lay beneath the sea. Old things. Not meant for us. Hidden long time. Rachel asked about the dome. He only shook his head. It watches. Many go. Not return. Eventually, Rachel made it off the island, catching a supply boat headed to a neighboring atoll. From there, she flew back to the mainland. But Tyler was never found. Daniel resurfaced in a news article months later, listed as a private consultant on a classified maritime security contract. Back in Miami, Rachel tried to share her findings, but the footage was corrupted. Her notes? Gone. Even her hard drive showed no sign of their dives past the third week. She now lectures on marine ecosystems, her stories carefully edited for the classroom. But late at night, she still dreams of that humming sound, that light beneath the water. She knows what she saw. And she knows that the Maldives, behind its beauty, holds secrets no one wants to uncover. Paradise, she learned, is not always paradise. Sometimes, it's the perfect disguise.